Hi, welcome to another Dining with Diana. Show you how to make cottage pie, and stay tuned till the end of the video because I'm going to tell you the difference between cottage pie and shepherd's pie. There is a difference. So before you get started, turn your kettle on because you're going to make gravy. So I want you to boil the water. So that's going to go off and boil, and then what I did already was I put in a tablespoon of olive oil and I heated it up so it will be ready for my onions. So I chopped one onion, and you just add that to your frying pan. So that's one onion chopped up, and then 2 cloves of garlic. And you just let that cook until it becomes translucent. So while this is cooking, I'm going to show you what I've made in this pot here, which is the topping for the cottage pie. Okay, so in here I boiled some potatoes. You see there? Boil some potatoes. And I'm going to quickly show you. I'm sure you all know how to make mashed potatoes, but I'm quickly going to show you how to do it. So you boil your potatoes until they're completely cooked. And then what I do is I'm going to switch it back on for a little bit on very low. I'm going to add butter. So you add your butter. What I like to do is I like to mash it a little bit while the butter's in here. You can come and look in the pot and see what's happening. You see that? So you need a little bit of elbow grease and a little bit of strength for this. But I just like to mash a little bit before I add the milk, just to make it nice and smooth with no lumps. Okay, so I've mashed it a little bit. Now I'm going to, what I did was I warmed up some milk because I want the potatoes to stay nice and warm. So I warmed up some milk, and I just put that milk in it, probably about a cup of milk. So you just mash and mash until it's all nice and creamy. There we go. I love this masher because it really gets rid of all the lumps. Don't put too much milk in, because if you put too much milk in, it will get very runny. And you don't want it too runny, you just want it creamy. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to leave that to stand until the end. We're going to put that on top. All right, so the onion and the garlic, I'm going to switch this a little higher. So say on medium heat, because this needs to be cooked until it's translucent. That's about ready. Now I'm going to add this. You can use between 1 pound and 1.5 pounds of ground beef, and this is about 1.3. which is probably just over 600 grams. So add that to your pot, and then chop it all up and get it cooked until it's nice and brown. Mix it up with the onion and the garlic, and brown your, we call it mince in South Africa, but it's ground beef here in America, ground beef. Okay, so you just do this until it's nice and brown. Okay, see, it's nice and brown. And now we are going to add, smells delicious. Now we're going to add all of our spices and our mixed vegetables. So we start off with a tablespoon of yellow mustard. So just normal yellow mustard. Shake it till it gets to the bottom. 1 tablespoon of that. And you can use this for oil, when you put the oil in, then it makes everything just really pour out very nicely. so it makes it all nice and slippery. Okay, then a tablespoon of ketchup or tomato sauce. Whoopsie. Okay, that was a little messy because I had it upside down. So that's a tablespoon of tomato sauce. That is super messy. And probably the same thing's going to happen with the chutney. And then a tablespoon of chutney. Yeah, I thought so. So you can't be turning these things upside down. Oh my gosh, okay. I usually just throw things in. So that wasn't the cleverest thing to do. Okay. So that's a tablespoon of mustard, a tablespoon of chutney, and a tablespoon of tomato sauce. If you don't have chutney, then what you can do is you can use apricot jam or anything that's sweet. But most places you can find chutney. Okay. Then I'm going to do a teaspoon of steak and chop spice, which I get in South Africa, steak and chop spice, but just, you can buy anything, any sort of barbecue spice or steak spice or chop spice, anything that's sort of meat flavored. And so that's half a teaspoon, 1 teaspoon. Okay, so that's 1 teaspoon of steak and chop spice. And then we go with half a teaspoon of salt. So I can get the teaspoon in here. Half a teaspoon of salt. And this is just the normal, I buy the normal pure sea salt. And then we're doing a quarter teaspoon of black pepper. So, quarter teaspoon. Of course you can, if you like more pepper or more salt, then you can add it. But I like those quantities, make it taste the best. Okay, then I'm doing 1 teaspoon of Worcester sauce. 1 teaspoon of Worcester sauce. There we go. And give it a good mix. Let all those spices mix in. Can you see inside here? It's looking really nice and tasty. Okay. Oh, it smells delicious. Okay. Then I'm going to add 2 cups of mixed vegetables. So this one has peas, corn, carrots, and green beans. So it's got 4 different veggies in here. You can put in fresh if you want. I just like the frozen mixed vegetables. I like to do things quickly and easily. And it looks really, really pretty as well. Look how nice that looks. Okay, you can turn down the heat a little bit. That's all cooking. Now I'm going to go and make the gravy, and we're going to put gravy in, then we're going to let it cook. So let's put the gravy in here. I've got some gravy powder. I use some gravy powder from South Africa, but I went and bought this specifically here in America because just to show you that you can get gravy in America. And 1 packet like this will actually give you, 1 packet like this will actually give you a cup. So about a cup of gravy, a half a cup to a cup of gravy you can put into this. Okay? I actually boiled the kettle earlier, so I'm just going to mix this together and then add it to your dish. There we go. And that's the gravy. And that's the gravy. And then you mix it all in. Welcome back. So this has been cooking now for, I would say 15 to 20 minutes, and everything is well cooked. Look how nice it looks. So pretty, tricolor. Okay, so this, I'm now going to put all of this into this casserole dish. So you just put it in the casserole dish. An easier way is just to take the pot and pour it in. So that's the base of your cottage pie. Oh, It looks delicious. And then you take your mashed potatoes, turn the stove off. Now use a little spoon because I like to put dollops on like that. So you can use a big spoon if you want to, but I just don't like it to get mixed in with the meat. It has to sit on the top. So you just keep spooning it until you've covered the whole top. So I used 4 big baking potatoes for this, but you can use 4 big ones, or you can use about 5 to 6 smaller ones. So let's hope I can get enough potato here. Excuse the noise. Okay, I'm just going to move some of this over because there we go. Okay, so what I do is just even it all on top like that, and then I take a fork. So you can do one of 2 things. You can either take your fork and just do this, little things like that. But what I like to do is I like to do lines like this. So I just do lines across the top, and that gives it that really nice look once it's all browned on top. And then what I do is I just go around the edge like that. There we go. And then you can do whatever pattern you like. Okay, all right, so this is going to go into the oven on broil, or grill as they say in South Africa, and you get it all nice and brown. But watch it, be careful that you do not over brown it, because I've done that before. I've burnt the top, so you kind of got to watch it. And I'm not going to come back, but I will show you the end result. But what I wanted to tell you, and thank goodness I remembered, is what is the difference between cottage pie and shepherd's pie. So cottage pie is made with beef. Cottage pie is made with beef. I don't know why they call it cottage pie, but that's what it's called. And shepherd's pie is made with lamb, because shepherd, sheep, lamb. So that's the difference. And I hope you have a wonderful time cooking this amazingly tasty meal. Also, please subscribe. It's free. Just press the button and subscribe. And let me know if you have any questions. And I will see you soon. Bye.